Guys, so I wanted to make a quick video showing how to get rid of the CO2 monitor on these Predators. Now this is going to work for the 9000, the 6000, the 5500, and all the inverters. Any Harbor Freight generator that comes with a CO sensor, this video is going to show you how to take that CO sensor and disable it. It's still going to be on the machine. It's still going to look stock. Everything's going to work the same. It's just going to show you how to bypass it. Because see, I run mine in the back of the truck, so the CO sensor's right here behind that 9000. All that CO2 kind of builds up back there. Even though I'm out in open air, that CO2 is going to build up just enough to set that off, and it's going to constantly shut your generator down about 2-3 minutes into running it. So this will, and then eventually it'll just disable the engine completely because it shorts to ground, and then you can't use the generator at all until you remove it or clear out the air or whatever. So this is just a simple, easy bypass for any Predator generator, and this might work on a few of the Champions as well. But we'll dig into it and we'll kind of show you guys how it works and what to do. So to get started, you're gonna want to remove these 4 screws or bolts, 10 millimeters each. Pop that off, and then this whole faceplate's going to drop down. You get this panel removed, drop it down. You got a pretty good lead here from the gen head wires. You got 6 of these screws, or sorry, 6 of these nuts, and they're on studs, so there's nothing in the front you have to worry about. Just take these off. You're going to use a 7 millimeter, and I like to use it with a 6-inch extension. That way it can fit down in there really easy to get them in and out. You take those 6 screws out, and then that front panel will drop down. This is the actual CO sensor. Some people take these 2 T20 screws out and they will remove this. I personally don't. I do all the work on the inside and leave this here because it seals this. There's a big hole behind there, and so if you take it out, you just have a giant hole where water and dirt and stuff can get in behind all of your plugs. So I leave the CO sensor, but it no longer actually. Right here is I just went about maybe an inch back. You're gonna cut that orange wire, the black wire, the white wire, and the yellow wire that plug directly into the CO2 sensor. Okay, that's your CO2 right there in the back. You just take these 4 bolts off, unbolt this panel. This is where all your plugs and everything are. It's just nuts on the back with these studs. And then you cut these 4 wires. You can leave the green and the red. And then what I did is I cut the sheath that the wire protector, cut that back a bit so I can have some more room to play with as far as wires and stripping them. So I'm gonna go ahead and strip these and then connect them, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So I ended up using spade connectors, like a male and a female, because that's kind of all I had. Ideally, you'd want to use like a butt connector like this, where you just put one in on one side, one on the other, and crimp both of them, and then you can heat shrink that down. But I don't have any that are the right size, so I just decided to go with spade connectors, which is fine because I can always change it back then if I want to. But that's what you're looking at. You want to go from orange to black. And now this is another thing. On some of the Predators, like the inverters, this orange wire is going to be brown. Same exact wire, but it's brown. So that's orange on your standard generators where it has a gen head, and it'll be brown on an inverter generator. So either way, you're going to go black to orange or black to brown right here. And then this one, you're going to go yellow to white right there. And then you can just leave this hanging, because your green is your ground connection and your red is your power for that CO monitor. This is like power and ground for the CO monitor, if that makes sense. And then this is your ground disconnect, and this is your sensing wire. So once these are connected, this is given the signal it wants, and then it can't disconnect ground anymore because these are connected. So now all you can do is just put all this back in there, and you can, like I said, leave this unplugged. You don't want to plug it back in. Leave this unplugged, close up your panel, fire it up. There you go, guys. So that's how you disable the CO sensor. And now you can run this thing in, tight spaces. I still don't recommend running it inside. Do not do that. Bad idea. But at least you can run it in some tighter spaces, or like closer to other objects without having to constantly deal with that CO sensor. But remember, you got to be mindful, because nothing's going to shut this thing down now if you're getting high CO2. So good luck, guys. Have fun out there. Be safe. Hope this video kind of helped a lot of people, or helped kind of simplify things. Then I'll catch you on the next one.